Gather around the fireplace. We are going to talk about Black Americans, rich whites, and people from India in this video, how they tip. So sit back and relax. We're going to get right into it. In my last video, we covered a viral video where a Black female took to social media. She was pissed because she says, y'all Black asses don't tip. Well, I'm Black and I do tip, but I fear that she delivers in the ghettos of St. Louis, Chicago, Milwaukee. She didn't really have an accent, so I don't think she was in the South or the East Coast. Sound like some ghetto Midwest drama. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure that you check that video. It was crazy. Now, I must say, I personally have done DoorDash, and I didn't experience anything that she's ever experienced, but I don't have a 30 or 50% Black population around me. At most, it's 1%. So yes. I do take orders to people that are Black. However, I don't usually see the customer, but the area is like 99% white. So in all seriousness, you're highly unlikely not delivering to a Black person. I don't deliver to no one from India. I don't deliver to Asians, Mexicans, all that type of stuff. Now, there are areas of my city where I know where a lot of Indians live, and I already know that Indians don't tip. Black Americans are not the only people that do not tip, because when I very first started doing DoorDash, there are certain apartment complexes. I don't know why. Nothing but Indians live in those places. And let me tell you, Indians really don't tip. For people who are talking about Black people tipping, now, when people say about Black people tipping, I don't know if they literally mean there was no tip left at all, or if they just tipped low, like $1 or $2. Well, let me tell you about people from India. One time I took an order actually, it was not DoorDash. It was like Postmates or something. I took an order on Postmates to a mansion, but in the city. Actually, not an area I would work now. Well, actually, I will say this. There are very nice homes in that area, but it's just not a place that I would work. I was just starting out on Postmates. It was during COVID. But anyways, I took a order to a nice mansion in the city where I live. And on Postmates, if you guys know, you don't get the tip till after. Tell me why this Indian tipped me 50 cents, maybe like a week later. And I will say that I've probably delivered to 3 or 4 Indians ever, but I don't think, the thing is, I'm not going to once I notice some type of pattern or trend, I'm not going to keep delivering where I know that they live. Now, the mansion, anybody could live in that area. It's not an Indian area. It's probably mostly a white area. But I probably in the very beginning of my DoorDash journeys, I delivered in areas where it was mixed. All types of different races live anywhere. So, the other Indians I probably got tips from, they were like $1, stuff like that. So I guess you could say, that's why I was questioning about Black people when people are saying that Black people don't tip. Well, the Indians did tip me, but they were like $1, $1 freaking dollar. One time I took an order to an Indian girl, or Indian woman, she tipped like $2 and change. But see, all that drama was when I first did Postmates, where you don't know what you're really gonna get. After that, I don't even deliver in areas where Indians live. I just go super rich, and I don't have these problems. Somebody was trying to argue with me, saying that rich people don't tip. Like 85% where they live of people don't tip. If 85% of people where you deliver do not tip, How could you even make a living? That doesn't even make any sense. Now, maybe that's where they live. They claim they live in one of the top 10 richest areas in America, but I don't know what that is. Like in my experience, rich people, they tip. When I deliver, like this is for example, because I know people, they love to put down rich people, but I love them. They tip in my state. I've delivered 3 separate Instacart orders in my life where I made $300. I made $300. Like, let's be real. Is an average or regular person, a black person, a college person, an Indian person, are they going to tip $300 for their Instacart order? No, I wouldn't even tip $300. That's another thing that I can't stand about these videos where people are talking about people and how they don't tip. The person who's making the video doesn't tip good either, because if you mostly work around people that don't have money to tip, why would you tip? I don't want to hear, oh, well, I tip. Well, okay, you probably tip $2 or $3, which is what like most of the losers around you tip. I'm talking about like if you placed an Instacart order, a normal, regular, average person in college that is struggling, a below average African American person from India, somebody from Mexico, they're not gonna tip $20 because they spent $100. They probably tip $5, which is what most people that are losers do, that don't have money. And the thing is, I'm not mad at nobody because they didn't tip, but it's just the truth. Let's just keep it real. Most people do not make a lot of money, right? Am I lying? The average person makes what? I don't even know, but it's going to be somewhere in the $40,000 to $60,000 range. You don't actually take home $40,000 to $60,000. You got to pay taxes. People go to school. They got kids. They got to pay their car, their credit cards, food, gas. These type of people that still order on DoorDash and Uber Eats and Grubhub, Shipt and Instacart, they don't have lots of extra money to put these huge tips. They couldn't. So it's just reality. So that's why I deliver in a zone. I'm aware of a zone in my state that hardly anybody goes to. You cannot be poor and live in the zone that I deliver. You cannot. You can't. You probably have to come from the area that I live in, which is not even poor, but you cannot be poor. It's nothing but mansions. Most of the people live behind a guarded gate, which means that when you drive up to the gate, there is a guard. Some of them you have to show your ID, and they actually take a photo of it to let you through. So like, these are very wealthy people. They live in 5, 10, $20 million mansions. So I'm just tired of these lies that like somebody who lives in a $10, $15 mansion doesn't give a fuck about $10 to tip. And another thing why a lot of people I think struggle on DoorDash and Uber and all this is because you guys just pick up anything like, oh, I'm gonna go to McDonald's, Popeyes, Wendy's, Burger King. I don't pick up orders from those places. I only take orders from restaurants, and I do the orders like the grocery store orders like Safeway, stuff like that. Those orders pay very well. Many of them pay anywhere from $18 to like $40 an order. So I have no incentive to waste my time to deliver in the city where half the people live in apartments. Even if they do tip good, I don't want to deliver inside of a metro city with a whole bunch of apartments. So I figured out where I live, where there's a zone with no apartments, nothing but mansions, almost all exclusively older people that are established, all houses. You don't see a bunch of kids. There's no colleges. There's not a lot of black people. There's no Indians. There's not all these Mexicans. So it works out for me. It works out for me. Now, I know every state doesn't have those type of demographics, but you gotta figure it out. I would not be driving around all day. I'm not doing no orders for $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, tearing up a fucking vehicle, driving to somebody's apartment who don't want to answer the phone. You know that SOB lives in the back of the, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I've delivered to a few apartments, but To make my life completely easy, I cherry pick and I deliver to the rich. And that's what you guys should do too. I've never exclusively delivered to Black people. Have I had good tips for Black people? The truth, yes. Nothing phenomenal like a $200, $300 tip, but like on Shipt or Instacart, I have had $40, $50 tips from people that were Black, and I know that they were Black because they answered the door, but they were living in a mansion. I've had, just like on DoorDash, I've had good tips for Black people. They opened the door. I saw they were Black. But the thing is, I only take high paying orders that are like more than $10. So if I see you, then and you happen to be Black, you just happen to tip good. I don't take low paying apartment orders and going to no fourth floor. All those people that cry on Reddit and other places because, I had to carry 4 huge cases of water for a $5 tip. I wouldn't even take that order. And then if I did accidentally take it, let's say for example, I would just unassign the order. I am a woman. I am not going to carry huge cases of water to nobody's apartment. You got to be out of your mind. I would never do that. That's for an idiot guy who doesn't want to unassign or whatever. I don't care about my acceptance rate, and I'm never going to get deactivated. I've never reached 15% on Instacart, and if I was getting close, I would just stop, but I don't give a damn. I deliver for rich people. They pay me, and, if they don't pay you and you're, maybe Southerners don't tip. I've had a suspicion that people in Southern states just do not like to tip, Black or white, rich or poor. But thank God I'm not in the South. Thank God. In my state, in general, even in the city, in general, most people tip, and this goes for all races and everything. I have never noticed all this like, oh my God, nobody's tipping me, I'm broke, 85% don't tip. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But when you guys write a comment, let me know like what city and state are you delivering in where everybody's broke, nobody tips. So that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what your experience is. I'm already aware that we are all having different experiences because we deliver in different types of areas. So, do you deliver in your neighborhood, or do you like to drive out to the suburbs to gated communities to go deliver? Or does everyone, according to you, wherever you go, they just don't like to tip? So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Catch you guys in the next one.